Hey guys, happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope y'all have had a good week. For anyone who happened to catch my live stream, I appreciate you all tuning in. You will see a couple of allays in my base a little bit later on. That's from the live stream. So today we are in the process of making a bone meal farm. So I'm out grabbing some sand for glass for that and for other things pertaining to my build for later on. I am just going to be working on a lot of more technical stuff as well as heading to the Nether in the next several episodes. So there's going to be a lot of progression happening pretty quickly. So if that's what y'all like to see, you'll be seeing it real soon. Alrighty. So now we're back at the base, digging out a spot for that bone meal farm. And like I mentioned just a moment ago, you'll see some things that I got from my live stream, including these two allays. So these guys already have cobblestone, and I figured may as well have them help out while I'm mining out some of this floor. So anyway, I know some people are like, why have allays? They're not that useful, but I actually think they're really cute. I enjoy having them around. They're fun, and they are actually pretty helpful in this. So just my 2 cents. But this right here is going to be my start. I'm making that first part of the switch. And, you know, as per usual, I'm following JC Play's tutorial. His bone meal farms are actually one of my tried and true. They're the ones that I go back to and reuse like every single time. Because there's always something that I want to use bone meal for, and so it doesn't hurt to have an abundance of it. Now, in the game as it stands now, you can get a good bit of bone meal from the trial chambers, especially if you've got any skeleton, stray, or bogged spawners. But I think a bone meal farm is better because you can just kind of, if you're, like for me, if I'm doing work around my base, I just turn it on and just do my work and then come back to several stacks. So it's pretty nice. Anyway, so yeah, go check out JC Play's tutorial. Very easy to follow. Very good. So there we go. I've got that redstone clock started. Now I need to make a lever to get that stopped. So that's the process here. Like I mentioned earlier, the next several episodes are going to be kind of packed with a lot of adventuring, a lot of this and that, and kind of technical stuff. So I will be building, kind of expanding a little bit higher up the tower. And I have a really cool idea of how I want it to kind of branch out a little bit. But reason I'm doing that is I'm going to go to the Nether, and I want there to be kind of like another spire on my tower. So that's going to be one of the next builds. And obviously, there's several reasons to go to the Nether. Of course, there's the progression aspect of it by getting blaze rods, etc., etc. But there's also the being able to brew potions for many things, like doing the ocean monuments, going to the ancient cities and being able to see in the dark, etc. But then also soul sand, because I want to have some bubble elevators, etc. So there's several things that I'm actually going to try to get from the Nether, and if I come across any good loot while I'm there, so be it. Since I have redone kind of this bottom floor of my tower, I am actually going to be building, rebuilding those smelters I have over there. It's one of the reasons I want the soul sand, is because I'm going to create like a bubble elevator, so that way I don't actually have to go in and dump the stuff in the top chest. I can just stay down here on the bottom floor and just throw stuff in the bubble stream and just have it go in. So that's going to be something that I'm building as time goes along. I don't have a definite plan for that in my head right now, so I'm just going to kind of play with it and see what happens. I've never done something like that before, so I think it'll be kind of fun. If y'all have any like things that you enjoy doing or builds that you go back to regularly, like mechanism type builds, things that serve a purpose, drop those in the comments. I'd like to know what you all do. And as I mentioned, I'm wanting to build kind of like a nether spire of my tower. I'm actually going to be branching off in 3 separate directions, which I think I may have shown the doorways to those a couple videos ago, but that's what those are for. There's going to be bridges out to 3 separate spires that are going to kind of go up next to my main tower. And that's going to be really cool. I'm actually super pumped about working on that and making more progress there. But don't have anything officially lined up for that yet. But stay tuned. That progress is coming pretty soon, hopefully. But this is the front part of the bone meal farm, obviously dumping those composters. And I had so much difficulty with those hoppers on the top there. So I actually cut out my struggle and just showed the finished product once I had them in place. But anyhow, continuing on, I am going to do, in addition to the nether spire, I'm also going to do an end spire eventually. But that's going to be once I defeat the Ender Dragon and have the egg to display and everything. It's going to be more just kind of like a trophy spire, essentially. Okay, so here's a question for you guys. For any of you all who have built farms in the nether, like Wither Skeleton farms or Blaze farms or whatever, do you all build that in whatever difficulty you're playing in? So like if you play normal, do you build that while in normal difficulty, or do you temporarily switch it to peaceful so you can build the farm without having ghasts blow you up every like 30 seconds? Asking because I'm thinking about doing that myself. Like I've never built any farm in the nether, but I don't think that's something that I'm going to avoid forever. In fact, I very much would like to build a Blaze farm or a Wither Skeleton farm, but I don't relish the idea of doing that while being attacked on every single side imaginable. So, and it's not technically cheating because you still get what are they called? The achievements. It doesn't negate your ability to get achievements by switching to peaceful just to build a farm. So, maybe it would be considered a cop out. But hey, if you're just hastening the build without actually like cheating, I don't see a problem with that. If you guys have thoughts, drop those in the comments, please. All right, so this is the final portion of the bone meal farm that I'm making today. And once again, I'm going to drop JC Play's name. Please go check out his videos if you're on Bedrock, if you're wanting to build any kind of farm or anything at all. He's got very easy to follow tutorials, and he's very in-depth. He's very good at what he does. Highly recommend that. So once I get this done, this bone meal farm done, I am going to get a little bit more wood, and I'm actually going to turn that little area where my sniffer's at, I'm going to kind of grow some more foliage and stuff there so he can kind of have a better home. Once I do that, I'm not really sure what all I'm going to be doing with decorating or decor or whatever around the around my base, but I'm still working on ideas. I've got some ideas of what I'd like to do, and I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Thank you so much for the support. I will say that I do have a ton of things happening in life the next few months. So there may be some periods where I have to forego a video once or twice, or there may be some weeks that I'm unable to live stream, and for that I apologize, but I will try my best to keep you all in the loop. Just wanting to go ahead and come out up front, just saying there's a chance that some of my posting will be inconsistent, so I do apologize for that, and I hope y'all will show me some grace. Anyway, here is the finished bone meal farm. It functions beautifully, and as we check, of course it's a little bit too soon to start seeing the builds yet, but hey, that's the build. Very straightforward, very easy. If you're watching JC Play's most recent tutorial, he actually makes a very large one. But do note ahead of time that if you're going to build it, make sure you build it within one chunk. Make sure the redstone mechanisms don't cross over a chunk border. Otherwise, it'll likely break and not function correctly. So yeah, that has been the plan for today's video. Appreciate you guys being here. I will see you all on Monday with a new video. I hope y'all have a absolutely beautiful and fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for all you guys do, and yeah, keep on playing Minecraft. We'll see you Monday.